how to say my house or my car or my book in Emirati Arabic. Hi, my name is Nida, and this week on Nida Learns Emirati, we are going to be tackling the confusing topic of possessive. If you're anything like me, possessive didn't come easy to me at all. So in today's video, I'm going to try and simplify this topic for you as much as possible. Okay, the first thing you need to know is that in Arabic, you don't need to add separate words like my, his, their, or her to show possession of a noun. Instead, what you do is you add a suffix to the end of the noun and you make a completely new word. Confused? I know. I've been there, trust me. So much confusion. I'm going to make it as easy as possible, just bear with me. The problem I had was that most books or most teachers would just give one example. For example, they would say kitāb, kitābee, kitābik, kitābich, and then they would assume that we understood and they would leave us to figure the rest out. That's where I got confused. So what I did is that I created my own PDF in which I took 50 of the most common nouns and I added the different suffixes to them. And that helped me understand the topic of possessiveness very clearly. Now, these PDFs are available in my Ko-fi store. If you want and if you think they're going to be useful to you and aid in your learning, please feel free to check the store out and you can purchase them and then give me feedback on how you found them. In the meanwhile, we're going to try and clarify possessive for you in this video. So here's how it works. Let's take the noun kitāb, book. And if I want to say my book, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the kitāb, right? And I'm going to add a suffix e. So my kitāb would be my kitāb. My book would be kitābee. Kitāb plus e. If I want to say your kitāb, if I'm talking to a guy, then I'm going to add the suffix ik, ik, or it can also be ak, but it doesn't really matter. You can use either. So it's going to become kitāb plus ik. So kitābik. That would be your book. I'm going to say your kitāb, your book for a guy. If you want to say your book to a female, right? This is your book, okay? So I'm going to say kitāb plus ich, kitābich, okay? If I want to say your book to a group of people, so plural, then I'm going to put kum, kum. Kitāb plus kum, kitābkum. That automatically means your book to a group of people. If I want to say his book, then I'm going to add the suffix ah, to the end of kitāb. So it's going to become kitāba. That means his book. If I want to say her book, then I'm going to add the suffix ha to the end of kitāb. So it's going to become kitābha. Kitābha means her book. Similarly, if I want to say their book, okay, so I'm going to add the suffix hum, hum, to the end of kitāb. Kitābhum would be their book. And if I want to say our book, right, then I'm going to add the suffix na. So kitābna, our book. Are you with me so far? I'm going to give you a few more examples so that it's completely clear. Please bear in mind, I cannot go over all the nouns in this video, otherwise it's going to be a very long video. That is why in the very beginning of the video, I directed you guys towards the PDF in my store. If you're interested, you can go ahead and purchase it. If you feel that you've understood suffixes at the end of this lesson, yay for both of us. But let's go ahead and give you a few more examples. Let's take another common example. Let's take fila. Okay, fila is actually Arabic for villa. So filati. Oh, by the way, that just reminded me. Okay, here's where it gets a little bit tricky. Kitāb was a masculine noun, okay? So there was no changes to the noun except for us adding the suffix at the end of the noun. For feminine nouns, of course, there is going to be another grammar rule. Don't worry, I'm here to save the day. So what's the rule that we remembered about nouns, feminine nouns, remember? If you don't remember, please check out my lesson on Arabic nouns. It should be here somewhere. For feminine nouns, they usually end in an ah. So let's use my favorite, bread. Okay, so khubzaha, all right, bread. How does it end? Ah, khubzaha. In order to say my bread, okay, in order to show possession of that noun, we are going to remove the h and we're going to replace it with t first, okay? Let's make it easy. Khubzaha will become khubzat, okay? Step number one. Step number two, to show possession, in this case, my bread, we will add, remember our suffix for mine, the double e, to the end of it. So it's going to become khubzati. Clear so far? If we're going to say your bread and you're a guy, then we're going to take, again, the changed noun, the khubzat, right? We're going to take that and we're going to add the either the IK or the AK depending on who you're following. And it's going to become khubzatik. Get it? Your bread. If we're talking about a female showing possession of the bread, your bread, a girl. So I'm going to say khubzatich. Khubzat, right? The change noun that we took, and we're going to add in the ich, the possessive suffix ich. So khubzatich. All right? If I'm going to say your bread, you guys, if I have multiple people standing in front of me and if I'm saying your bread, I'm going to take khubzat, the modified noun, and I'm going to put in the kum, khubzat kum. Okay? If I'm saying his bread, again, khubzat, and then the AH. So khubzata. If I'm saying her bread, khubzat, and then the possessive suffix for her would be HA, khubzatha. Okay? Be very clear. Don't confuse the khubzatha with the khubzatha. Right? Khubzatha is for his bread. Khubzatha is for her bread. If I'm saying their bread, I'm going to say khubzat hum. And if I'm saying our bread, I'm going to say khubzat and then na, khubzatna. So that's it, guys. We just covered possessive nouns with the suffixes in this lesson today. I hope I was able to make it really easy for you. You just have to remember the pattern. Trust me, it is very, very confusing. But yeah, once you practice it, especially with the help of my table, it will become much, much easier. Now, I'm going to give you some homework, okay? It's your turn. In the comment section, take the noun kitāb. Guys, come on, it's easy. We did it in the beginning of the lesson. Take the noun kitāb and write down my book, your book, her book, their book, and our book. I will check all of your answers and I will reply back to you too. And as usual, if you found this lesson helpful and if you want to get fluent in Emirati Arabic with me, then do follow along and let's get fluent one lesson at a time.